Gmail and Office 365 and Outlook.com, they're passing judgment, right? And I kind of think of it like my bank, right? My bank submits some information to the credit bureau, but it also keeps probably 4 or 5 times more information inside of its own walls for its own benefit, right? So like, sure, it's putting out some public data about me, but it's also keeping an enormous amount of internal data about me. And I think that's kind of a fascinating thing is that, hey, we might not be on a public blacklist, but that provider might still have formed an opinion about my content or my behaviors or the behaviors of, hey, does that, remember these companies, Microsoft, Google, et cetera, they own the AI verse, right? They own all the computing power in the world. So presumably we might not know how, but they're applying that computing power to us, on us, and passing judgment. So this next question is like all of that bundled together, the opinions being formed by providers, that is it worth having people on your list who are not engaging? And then with all of that, literally what is list hygiene or list management? Can you just, that universe, and then boil that down to like literally what is hygiene management or list management?
There are things that you should be doing with your, we'll call them a sender, to make sure that your name server is set up properly, your DKIM and DMARC and SPF records and things like that. There's some plumbing that has to be done and should be reviewed like fairly often to make sure that, the Gmails and the whatever of the world are able to validate you as a real sender. I think that should be at least semi top of mind to make sure that the plumbing is in place so that when you do send, that everything checks out. Then it comes down to your own behavior. And over the years, we've become much more aware of what a healthy email list looks like. And it doesn't help that engagement tracking is in the state that it's in. Like the providers, they are looking at opens and clicks, which are becoming more and more unreliable, but it's all we got. It's all we got right now in terms of engagement. We've also got a bunch of unknown issues going on where many are not aware that they have been or are being attacked by bots and these fake opt-ins to their list. And so we end up with a bunch of garbage on our list. And if we're not actively reviewing and seeing those leads come in and actually looking at the name and email and the behavior, like, are these coming in quickly? And I didn't even do an event or a big promo or anything, or is the first name cryptic looking and it looks like a real email? Like that's a big issue, regardless of list size. That's happening. And so it's up to us as the senders, as the business owner or the marketers or the ops person to really dive into your email list and review it often to make sure that you've got a good like core to send to. And then we can look at engagement, some other things and email behavior. And I'm not going to get into like copywriting and that kind of thing. But there's definitely this world of your email list review. Like how often do you actually review your email list to see how legitimate it is? How many bounces, how many opt-outs? Like, are you paying for 100,000 contacts in your email marketing system and 50,000 have opted out, like, and are getting nothing from you? Like, are you paying for that? Can you delete those and get more efficient and get better stats because you have a clearer insight into what your list actually is? There's a bunch of manual work that people can do to check for fakes and for, bounces and clean that out.